Hey folks, it's Rithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Cities Skylines, and things are going very, very well here. Our city over here is building up quite nicely, although we do have a little bit of issue with garbage up on this side. And I don't think it's going to sort of stay there forever, but yeah, we do have a little bit of an issue. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to go through a minute, and we are going to prioritize a few of the junctions, because what we don't have is, a lot of it is to do with the trains right here. That seems to be the issue, is those trains right there. So what I could do is remove that track, and instead of having it like that, lift it up, and then we're not going to have the blockage that we've got at the moment. So we will do that in a minute. Just while I'm thinking about this, we will go into here, like this. I'll actually, first of all, I want to go to there. And I want to remove that one, and that one, and that one. And that one over to there. And then I will go to the train track right here, and lift that up, like that. Right, I don't want to break anything there. I just want to bring that around like that. We'll do it like that. There, that one's going to come across. Actually, I want to bring it out that way like that, and then do this. So we sort of bring it across there, and then I guess around like that, and then come down like that. Okay, so there we've got the train track coming through. It goes over that road. That's going to allow that traffic to flow a little bit more easily. We've still got a load of trains through here. I've been unable to locate any mod that will sort of make that run a little bit easier. I've been told I need to put more one-way tracks in here, and if I were to do that, it would probably make things run a little bit easier. So maybe we'll get to playing around with the tracks a bit later on and seeing what we can do with it. That's going to be later, though. That's not going to be at the moment. At the moment, we've got right in here, this area here. Now, this is industry. I think I've actually already... Didn't I change that in the last episode? We've got... Nope. That's ore extraction on there. And this one is ore... What is that? What is the actual districts that I've got now? You click on there. We've got... Organic and local produce and ore industry specialization. Right, yeah, so I still got the ore industry specialization over here, but the thing is, we don't actually have any ore industry anymore extracting this. I've got your uranium right there, but pretty much we've now extracted all of the resources. They're gone. There are no more resources to extract. So our first task of the day is to remove this, and we're changing this back around to the zoning is no longer going to be, we're removing this zoning here, and we're changing it back to high density commercial, because this, I originally intended for all of this to be commercial anyway. This is going to be low density commercial here, and then this down here, this is going to become eventually residential, but I'm going to do something different with it at the moment. What can I do with that for a minute? I'll have a look here. I've got... I don't need farming, but I know what I can do. I can turn that into a little bit more forestry area. If I turn that into forestry, that'll probably be alright. I think. Right, well... First up, what I want to do is I want to go to low density commercial. The only bit that we haven't actually got that's changed at the moment is this here. Nothing has been built on this bit here. But I'm going to do that now. I'm going to change that there. That's going to change to commercial as well. I'm going to go into here. Going to go to our specializations like this. And we've got... This is... Gonna have to go into commercial specialization. Is actually going to be no commercial specialization. I'm gonna go there. Is it there? Erase district, no. Generic industry. So I want to change this one here. That's forestry at the moment. I don't want to change that. I was actually thinking to change this area here into forestry. And... Again, Alright, well, I'll do that and I'll do that. So those two turn into forestry area. And then I'll do this here so it turns into forestry. And I've also got the organic specialization there, which is this one, organic and local produce, just in this area. And that one I am going to leave. McStallion YT district over here, that's currently an industry one. The industry itself is going to be I'm going to be getting rid of that. So I'm going to go to generic industry in there. And we're going to move then to commercial specialization. We don't have a commercial on there anyway, so I can leave that, and then I can start turning that back into actual commercial district. Brempool up here. Again, this one, I don't want that left as ore. That's got to turn to something different now. I think we'll switch that one over to forestry. And Edward Jasper can be non-specialization, because I might want that one to turn into agriculture. But those over there, they're changing into the different zones anyway. So in here, this is the important one to start with. I want to do that, and I want to start moving this into these and putting these in instead. This is what we want. Like this. So we're right-click and then click. So we're putting in commercial buildings into all of these. That's the plan. So I right-click on there. Quickly turn those into commercial buildings as well. So all of this is being commercial buildinged. And that there. Like that. There. So this is all commercial buildings. Like that. And you. Right there. So that's low density commercial there. I had low density commercial on this side as well, didn't I? That was originally low density commercial over here. So we'll put this back as low density commercial as well. Let's get rid of those. That can stay as it is. These are going to go. So I'm just going through it at the moment and right-clicking all of these. That should get rid of all of them. There. Right-click on all of these. There. Like that. Go on, keep going. There. Right, I'm almost done. Some of these have actually built up already, which was quite quick. I'm impressed with the speed that they managed to build stuff. Right, so those are now done. Now, I had low-density commercial on this side of the road, and then the other side of the road, I had high-density commercial. Now, we've got a specialist zone already for some of it. We'll have a look at a specialist zone in a minute. I just want to build this on this side of the road. So we've got our low-density commercial has now come back over there. Yeah, so we've got office buildings over here, and then we've got the high-density commercial over there. In here, we've got high-density commercial, but what I've got a specialization in here, which we go into this one here. You can either have tourism, you can have leisure, or you can have organic and local produce. Now, I've got organic and local produce with on the road in here. So, I think we will stick with that idea. We'll switch this over to high density, and I'm going to do high density along the top up here, and put that in. And then all of this is also going to become high density down through here. So, all of it, every single little bit of this, it's going to be high density commercial zoning in here, even though the organic and local produce one, that won't actually end up building high density. That'll build low density instead, but that's fine. We can work with that. Now, our zones down this way, some of this is forest. Actually, all of this should be forestry. This should all be forestry zone at the moment. We've got the Marcus Crawford zone there, TH there, and on the road over there. They're all, for the industry bit, they are high density. So that's fine. So now we've got no demand whatsoever for commercial zone. And we've also got no demand for industrial zone. Those bits are now taken care of. we've got this zone up here, which is all going to be agriculture. I was busy working on that in the last episode, which is something I'm going to come back to in a minute. Like I said, I'm ignoring the train stations for a bit. We're also going to head over this way to the caldera. Now, I removed the water sources that I had put in here, so it's filled up this far at the moment, and it's not going to go that much further. Except that it is. We're going to change things around a little bit, and we're going to add some stuff. I asked you all last week what we should do up here, and every single one of you said, show no mercy, create the biggest poop lake this world has ever seen. So that is what we're doing. We're creating the biggest poop lake the world has ever seen. I'm just not quite sure where I should put these pipes, because, you know, if I put them right up on the top, it might end up going in the wrong direction. I don't want the poop to accidentally go in the wrong... Well, it's definitely going to go in the wrong direction there, because that's actually facing the wrong way. So let me just remove that one a second. Yes, destroy you. And then we will go back to this one, and this time we'll put it around over here. So then I can put it into the side of the cliff a bit more. Shoreline recommended. Yeah, I'm sure it is. But I'd like to put it up here. If I can put it further down. Nope, I don't want to. I want to have it up here. So we're going to do this. And what I'm thinking is we will be able to, if this works, just raise the wall ever so slightly along the back behind these to make absolutely certain that they work properly. And then we're not going to have any issues with them whatsoever. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about today is we've been running this series for quite a long time. I'm in the process of recording episode 75. That's a long time to keep any game running. And so I'm sort of thinking it's time for us to move on to pastures new. Now, there are, you know, various different mods that we can use, and I can mod in some different things into the game. And I've had a look at a few mods. Not very many, but I have had a look at a few, and I've looked at some of the DLCs. I haven't actually used all of the DLCs. But I sort of figure, you know, we could always come back to this one at a later date. But I do wonder if it's time for a bit of a change. Time for, you know, something a little bit different, rather than just playing this game and having all of the different, you know, just sort of working through mods. Because, I mean, I know that there are a lot of mods for this game, and some of the mods are really good, but most of the mods that I've seen so far are just different, like, structures to build and so on. It's not, other than, like, the ones I've used for rebuilding the map and stuff like that, it's not massively game-changing. And so I sort of feel like I've sort of covered a lot of what the game has to offer, even though I've not looked at hundreds of extra mods to it. And I don't like to go for hundreds of mods, purely because I know so many people do like to follow along my gameplay with their own gameplay, and the more mods I put in, the more complicated that becomes. So that was another reason that I do tend to avoid mods a little bit. Right, we're going to bring that down there. That is space occupied unless I go like that and then come across this way. So I'm going to bring that down to there. And I'm going to bring it back up to... Oh, that's space occupied because of the angle there. I'm going to bring that over to there then. And I'm going to come back up to here. I'm going to go and join in that end there like that. Right. There's that bit. Now, they shouldn't actually be producing any water because there's nothing that's joined into them. That's a mistake. Shouldn't be any power joined into them either. But what I will do is I'll just join this in, because I suspect that the reason it's doing it is not very much to do with power. It's just a slight bug. We'll join that in there. That should... There we go. That'll join all the way along, and that produces power, and that should stop the pumps from running, because there shouldn't be water connecting to the system. It's still running. Why are you running? Operating normally. Right, well, there shouldn't be any drain pipe in there, so I'm going to quickly connect up the drain pipe so that we've got it all connected up. And then we'll go from here to to that side. And I'm also going to go from here into there. Just a little tiny bit of redundancy on that one. And then we've got the poop all running straight down the mountain and into our lake down here. So then, of course, the other thing that we want to do is we want to start removing some of this so that this one is no longer operational. So we're going to remove that pipe there. I'll do a double piece on each pipe just to make sure it's properly separated back. We've got no question about whether or not these are working. They shouldn't be working after this. Remove you. That pipe needs to actually be joined. That was an earthquake a little while ago that should have connected back up like that. And then I got one more in there that needs to be removed. That bit there. That one I'm going to remove completely. There we go. They've now shut down. That's a good thing. So they've now all shut down, which means that the poop lake here, or not the poop lake, just the lake.
Astrologists report that a devastating meteor will strike the city in the near future. Residents should seek shelter immediately.
I hope it's going to avoid the city. Really hope this one's going to avoid the city. We could have some... oh, that's okay. Completely away from the rest of the city. And boom.
A meteor strike has occurred. Avoid the impact site and head to shelter if any is available.
Right, well, that's nowhere near us. We don't need to worry about it in the slightest. So, we've now got poop coming into the lake from up here. We don't actually have to worry ourselves in the slightest about that going the wrong way down that bank. It's just pouring down there in absolute cascade, killing off these trees, and quickly expanding. Very, very quickly expanding. So the drain capacity there is 120,000 cubic meters per week. If we have a look here, we've got water pumping 2.1, sewage capacity 6.6 million. That's brilliant. 1.3 million a week is going in here and coming down over there. That's fine. So now this lake here, the only thing we've got going into our massive caldera here is this lot here. I'm curious how long it's going to take for the pollution to sort of spread across here. And we'll leave that running for this week. Now, I am at least I'm going to be playing this game for another week or two yet. But I'm thinking it is time to be moving on to a new game. I've looked through a lot. I've done a lot of different things. I've played around with a lot of different things. And I feel that, you know, we're sort of reaching the point where we're going to begin to just be repeating ourselves. And it's going to be getting less and less interesting. So, you know, rather than going for various different mods that... I mean, I could just sort of try and do some mod play for a bit and see if I can find something from that. But I'm actually thinking that that's not necessarily going to keep the series very interesting. It's just going to prolong the inevitable and drag it out more than I really should be dragging out a series. And so I think it's time to move on. So with that said, I've actually just put the wrong roads in there, so I want that road there. So first up, we've got to just go back and upgrade these in a minute. With that said, what do I go and play? Now, there's a few different games that I'm thinking of. I am seriously considering going back to House Flipper for a little while after this, and doing some in there, because there's been quite a few updates to House Flipper, which I think could be very entertaining. I think it'd be very interesting playing that game. I quite enjoy that game anyway, and I think that there is quite a bit now that's been added to that game that could be interesting. So there is option one. Option number the second is to go from here into Civilization 6. I've had a few people previously asking me to play Civ 6, and in a recent sale video that I did, sort of highlighting things for sale from, Fanatical, Civilization 6 was on offer, and so as it happens, I've gone and bought myself a you know, I really don't need that in there. That's just adding in an extra junction that we really don't want. So I'm going to get rid of that one, and then in order to remove that junction up there as well, no, remove that junction there, I'm going to put this one Bring that one in onto the side over here, I think. So we'll put that one back. I'll bring that one there. Can go in like that. That would be better. There. If we do that, I think. And we've got... It's a little bit short there as well. So I think instead of going there, if I go... I know. I've got another idea. We'll remove that one, and we'll remove that one. And then we'll bring this one here, up there, across to there. And I can either just keep the loop like that, so it comes back down this way, or I could, in fact, just move it over to there, so it goes into that bit. So we've still got coverage on all of it. It's just I got less junctions on the bigger roads that are coming through. This here, we need another road that's going to go all the way through the middle of that. These are okay up the top, although there's a lot of junctions around that road. That's going to make life difficult. It is all farms. I think it's going to be alright. I think we'll be fine. Okay, let's not go from there. Let's go from in the middle here, like this. And we can do 90 degrees from there. And keep it running in a straight line all the way across the middle, like that. There. Okay. So, yeah, Civilization 6... Now, I've not played this game. The last Civilization game that I actually played was Alpha Centauri. That's the last one that I played. I've not played any of the Civilization games. I've got me a copy of Civ 6 because I seen it there on offer, and I thought, well, you know, I'm going to grab that while I can. I grab that with both hands and see if I can do something with it. I thought, you know, it'd be really good. We could have the copy of that, and we might be able to have a bit of fun with it. So I've gone and got myself this copy of Civ 6, and whether or not I play it for the channel is obviously down to you guys, because it might just, you know, it could very well end up just being a game that I play for me instead of playing for the channel. But I did suggest it somewhere in a comment somewhere. I think I suggested it on the actual video where I was saying what Fanatical had available. And it seemed to get some positive feedback. So, what do you think? Would you like me to play Civilization 6 to replace this series? Or do you like the idea of me going back to House Flipper and, you know, flipping a few more houses? And doing a bit onto there. I can do either. I can do both. I can do House Flipper for a short while and then go to Civ 6. Or is there something else you want to see me playing instead? I know that there are quite a few options. But really, I do think we're sort of approaching the end of reasonable content here in this game. I think if I try to do this for too much longer, I'm going to end up getting really bored with it, and I don't want to do that. And also, you are going to end up getting really bored with the content that I'm making, so I don't want that either. So I really do think that it's time for us to consider moving. Where do we go? What do you want to see me do next? There's got to be something out there that you sort of think, oh yeah, I'd really like to see you play that. Even if it's just for laughs, because I'm fairly sure that you are going to completely and totally fail any efforts at playing that game. I'm more than happy to give anything a go. We'll try all sorts. And yeah, I think we could have some fun. So give me some suggestions this week. What do you want to see me try and play? What do you want to see me fail at? What game do you think I haven't got a hope of playing whatsoever, or a hope of being able to do? Now, to replace this series, I know that there are survival games and so on like that out there. I'm not looking for a survival game. To be more specific, we're either going to do some sort of city builder game, like this one, or like like Civilization, something like that, maybe, or a simulator title, something along the lines of, House Flipper, something like that. That's the sort of game I'm looking for. I'm not looking to replace this with one of the survival titles. I have a survival title going, and when we've played a bit more of Green Hell, we will be looking for an alternative survival title that we'll be playing as a series to replace that one. So, yeah, I'm very much looking for something along the lines of city builder type games that we can use to replace this series with. And so that's the kind of suggestions that I'm after. Well, I say city builder or bring that one actually that way a bit. Yeah, city builder or something like a simulator title, something along those lines. And at the moment, I'm not planning to. I know that there has been a big update for Gold Rush, and I know that there are people that would like to see me go back to playing Gold Rush. I'm not planning to go to that one at the moment. I may go and look at that one a bit later. But no, I'm not planning a full series on that one anytime soon. So I'll say I'm vetoing that one right now. You can suggest it if you want to, but I'm not actually. I don't have any plans to go and play Gold Rush at the moment. Maybe at some point further down the line, but no, I'm not going to be replacing this series with Gold Rush. So I've just put that out there right now to avoid any more disappointment on that one. I know that there are some people that would like me to go back to it, but no plans at present. Very sorry. And bring that one into there like that. And then you're going to come out that way, like that. You're going to go in there, and you're going to come back that way, so that we leave those telegraph lines without actually changing them. And then this one here is going to do that. Right. It's probably enough there. Look at all this land that we've got. So we got absolutely loads of stuff in there. Let's get rid of the roads a minute, and why is everything out of power? I don't understand. Oh, wait a minute. Not operating. There's not enough water coming through, and I now no longer have power being produced. Because I've removed Jordan, there's less water coming through the entire area. Look, the water's coming down there. I got some water coming up through here, but look, we've got major power cuts everywhere because we just don't, and water shortages over here because we don't have enough water, enough power being produced. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Consumption 1740 and 1300 because our hydroelectric dam is not currently operational. In order to get that one operational, I got to move this water here. I've got to get more of that flowing there than coming down here. So I think first up, just to make sure that we do have some power coming through, we're going to go and make some more of these. And those are very easy to make. We've got a whole selection of them. I like the idea of having these solar electric power plants in here. I put one of them there, and there, and there. So that's, that one's up and running. Consumption versus, there we go. Right, we've now gone past. Put some more in, because we are going to need more power. There. Production is, what is 2,000 megawatts on production. And consumption is below that. So then that's going to take care of the water situations and things like that. So now, looking over this way, that is borderline there on flooding. I think it's doing all right here. It's amazing how much of a difference Jordan was making. The Jordan Island there, it's amazing how much difference that was actually making. Because this power plant now is not running. The water coming in here, there's not enough water coming in here to actually keep everything going. So the only way that we can combat that is to just increase the flow going that way ever so slightly, which means that we want to decrease this. I need to create a little bit more of a pinch zone on here, I think. I'm not entirely certain if this is the right thing to do, but I think that this is what we want, is a slight pinch zone on here. So I'm going to set the terrain height on there like that. That's one set. Actually, I'm going to set the terrain height down. Down a little bit. 149 down there. Brush strength. I'm bringing that way down. This we do want to feather this in slowly. We'll bring that one out to about there. I think it's a little bit wider. There, like that. Right, now. I want to bring that in like this. And all I'm doing now is I'm just sort of stroking that down like that and bringing in... Oh, that changed. We want to move that. That changed, didn't it? When we had that meteorite strike. I forgot about that. So we bring this in across here. And what I'm doing at the moment is I'm raising this riverbank quite a bit, or this underwater bank. That's got a lot of land coming up and being raised now. I don't want to get too close to the edge of the bank because that's actually going to lower down part of the bank there. We'll go out to here. See, if I do that, that's actually going to lower down the edge of that bank. There, I bring that in like that. And I bring that across like that. Bring this across down here. See how quite low that is in the middle? But that's working. There, we're bringing that, we're widening that out. So I've got a wider bank here. Bring that up. It is going to create a slight wave effect, I think, coming down through. But I'm hoping that overall, raising it up to this kind of height is going to be beneficial for us. There. Let's bring that out. There we go. Right, so we've now got a big bank on there. Get rid of that. And you can see that big bank there. The effect that's got is, I'm hoping that we've got less water now flowing down this way. It's going to take, obviously it does take several minutes sometimes for water flows to adjust and to change, but we've got a little bit of a waterfall there, so should be less water flowing over that. Which means, in turn, more water should flow down this way. That's going to take longer to sort of have an overall effect and see where it's going to go. I think it's going to be slightly higher up there. If I go back there to water, what are we doing? We've got a strong flow there. But surely that's going to allow more water to come in here. The only other thing I can think is that we've got to block that off completely. Look in here, we've got the water's now, we've got water coming this way, so it makes me think that, yeah, that's now running. I think that's going to be switching on and off a bit. We're going to have, like, fluctuations in that one working. And we'll leave this bit here, and we'll see how that progresses. Over here, Poop Lake. Over on this side. Right, we've got a load of dead trees down here. Not a lot has changed so far. You got this right here. There is no real difference over this side. The water is just sort of reaching down to that point and then stopping. It's not moving. So we don't seem to have any great sort of flow of water anywhere, movement of water anywhere. We've got the odd arrow over here where it still seems to be filling a little bit, I think. Not hugely. And then we have a look at pollution. Now, we know that we got pollution pouring down in here, but that's not changed very much so far. All we've got is that. We do want this one to fill up. The only thing I can think of is if I put a water source, I wonder, is that a thing that I can do? If I get a water source here, I think that water sources, it also, like, puts where the water source finishes. So if I drop a water source in here, like that, that's actually absorbing the water there. That's gonna pull the water down. There, it's already pulling it in, and that's gonna take the water out of here rather than pull water into the lake. But that's overall, that's going to start water moving from here and start bringing it in towards this water source, because that's down near the bottom of the lake. And that's how water sources work. They work as both tools for adding water, but also for bringing in a new level of water. And this now, we've got like a new level of the water that's starting to pour in. If I bring that out, how low is that dropped down? I can't look underneath the lake. That's the only thing that we can't do, is look under the lake. So if I go back over to the water tools right here, I got that one there. That's a low point there. I click and hold that. I lower that down to that sort of point there. That's going to pull that way down now. Remove that again. And do that. That seems to be making it flow a little bit more strongly into that point. How much water it absorbs, I don't know. I don't really want to do this very much, because I'd like this to just, like, keep going. But we all know that I'm not producing enough sewage to make a significant difference in the grand scheme of things. So what's it doing now? We got that in there. Let me go to you again. So, yeah, that's where the water source is at the moment. It's buried, like, way down there. That's going to work. That is at least absorbing water. So if I get rid of you and then go back to there. It's looking stronger in here. We've actually now got slight movement across the lake heading in that direction. Should be a good thing. Just thinking how long I should leave it there before I do anything. No. You know, I'm not gonna... I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna remove that one. Let's remove it like that. That's gone now. We don't want that one back. And we can go... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a thing that's going to raise up. We will let that water settle down, and we've got our poop lake that is working quite nicely. So really, the only way that we can push this now is to increase the population of the city. We want more people, we want more businesses, and more everything. We've got our districts coming up here. We've got high-rise commercial zones there. We've got low-rise commercial zones there. A few buildings on fire, which we'll ignore. And then we've got the massive agricultural zone up here, which is getting ready to be built, or getting ready to start. Residential zone, we've kind of reached a maximum point on that. We're up to 126,000 people, so we want to build more. We want more people coming into this zone, or into any of the areas. And I did originally say that I was thinking we could build people over here. We could add people on this side of the road rather than up that side of the road. Now, we've got a little bit of forestry there. I think we could get rid of this bit of forestry. That can go. And then we can change this from industrial to... well, I suppose it doesn't matter if it says forestry. It's, if we're doing it residential, it's not going to make any difference whatsoever. Residential will be absolutely fine. So I got one little bit there that goes across. So we've got some residential and stuff there. And we can join into this road so that it can come up to there. But what we're also going to want is the odd bridge coming straight across the highway here, I think. So I will go to that one next. I did say I was going to get a mod to buy in all of the other bits available for this game. Right, that's going to be... I do have to go higher on that one, don't I? Have to go up to there and then bring that down like that. Yeah, I was going to add in like all the statues and monuments and stuff. I haven't done that. It is on my to-do list. I just haven't actually gotten around to doing it. And I will. Not quite sure when. So yeah, it's something I want to do, but something I haven't gotten round to. Have we got room? Can I put another one coming out? I think I can. I don't know if... no, I want to go up. Off of there. Yes, I can. I can bring it to there. Just. Only just. And then I got to go up again, like that one, in order to get over there. So then we have to come down again, like that, and... I can bring it to about that point. So we can bring another road down here. And I'll join you in there like that. And then... Right, that big road there, that comes straight off of there. I don't want to have too many cross points on that road. So really, I think we want to do one sort of an inner circle type road now. And bring that round here. So why can't I put a road through here? That's... It's just because of the height of the road, isn't it? I can bring that to there, but it's not the height of the road, sorry. It's the height of the crossing there. The monorail. Can I... Oh, no, it's also the height of this road here. Nope. It absolutely doesn't like the idea of going under there because the height of that. Right, I know what I got to do. I got to go into there. I've got to go to the monorail. That's not the that's the monorail there. And I need to probably delete it back to there, I think. Chase that monorail all the way out. Look at that. That one's the other one's got to disappear, but no, this one here, I'll remove it all the way back to there, and then I'll take that off of here and bring that out. Nope. Off the top. Like, there we go. That's where we want to go, and I'm gonna bring that up a bit there. Bring it across this way. So that then that stays up at a decent height all the way across there, and then we'll come back in there and join in, except that is sloped too steep. It is a little bit too steep. So what I can do is I can drop that down a bit to there, although that's space occupied. I can remove that one like that. And then I can bring you out here. Join you off the top of there like that. And drop you down to that point there. And then... Really? That slope too steep? Okay, I didn't actually think that that would tell me it was slope too steep. So I'll bring you out that way, and I'll bring you in. We'll join you off the top there. You're going to come around a curve there, and down like that. Bring you into there. There we go. Right, so that's now joined back in. Hopefully, the line will start running again. It should do in a minute. If I go back onto the transport... It should actually connect... Oh, no. It's... How do you... there. Yes, it's connected back in. Right, that's okay. And I can remove the transport one, and we can go back to the roads over here. So I'm going back to this 4-lane road, which will now fit underneath. That's good. And we come up there, and we go round like that. Up that way. There. And then you up that way, and I'm going to join you in there, and then we're going to put one straight across there as well. I don't know how well that's going to work out for us, but yeah, we have got that in there. And then if I come back over this way, which way am I going to do it now? I know that I've got that road. I know what I want. Now, if I take this road here, can I can't do that. Ooh. Can I do it like that? Can I can't upgrade that one. Can I upgrade this line? If I go into you, can I do it monorail on the 4-track road? There. I can't do that. 2-lane road. I can't do that. Oh, I see. Right. I see how it works, kind of. I just want the road coming down here, so I'm going to have to delete that again. You have to remove you. Down through like this. Down to that point there. Remove all of them, and then we want to go back over here, and I want to take that road there. And it's not an upgrade road. I want a freehand road that's going to go from here into there like that, and it's going to join that bit together there, and then this one's going to come out and go about there, and then that's going to come much straight down there like that. Right, now I've then got to get these to join together, and that is not going to join together now. I can tell you that for nothing. So if I take that one back a little bit, and then I go, no, actually you join it back to that bit. That's the bit that you've got to go to, and then I join that onto there, and it'll auto-join that last little bit down there. So we do that, and then we come up to this end of it, and do the same here. That is not going to fit out to there. Way too steep there, so we've got to just remove another chunk of this there, but I am confident that it will go across that bit. So we go from there, straight across, and join that in. So we've gone up a little bit higher there, and that's joined in. Once again, we've got it all the way down through, and that should now be just fine for a district. We've got a little bit of a gap in there. I don't really mind about that at all. I think that's going to work out just fine. So then I will go to this one here, and I'm going to do a straight line up there like that, and then I'm going to do another straight line down this one, and that one's going to join in there. So there is our new residential zone, all built. Don't think there's any more that I want to do at the moment, no, but what I will do is I'll do another piece out here like this, and I'm going to go along the coast, and I'm going to go up there back towards Dude Guy Man, and back in that way, and then this here, this is also going to be more residential zone that I'm going to build, and that's going to go... Actually, I'm going to bring that up as much as I can. I'm going to go about there on that one, and then this one here... It's going to go like that. But then this one here, I want to bring this out from that point there at 90 degrees. And it's going to go there. And then I'm going to put one here. It's going to go out there and into there like that. And then this is going to go 90 degrees on each of these, coming down through here like this. That should fit in perfectly. Yep, there we go. We come down like that. And this is... I'm going to do this all as residential. So we've got another big residential zone. And this is going to be close to some of the other zone as well. Some of the new zone that we've built. It's going to go there like that and there like that. There we go. This is going to be close to our big commercial district up here. And then it's going to be close enough for like jobs and stuff like that. So we want to go next into here, and we're going to go to Skyline. No, actually, no. Before we do that, let's get some hospitals and stuff like that in. This is going to be a reasonably well-built zone, so we're going to put a hospital in on that side, and I'm going to put one... Nope, I can't put one there. I'm going to move that one up a little bit if I'm going to put one in there. Can't put it in there. Nope. Okay, it's not going to... Okay. Oh, right, okay. It really doesn't want to fit. Struggling to make this one fit. Doesn't like this idea, does it? Put that one in there. There we go. Right, so I've managed to get one in there. And then crematorium, I'm going to put in a few of these around. We never seem to have enough crematoriums. It doesn't matter what we do, we never seem to have quite enough death care. Which is a little bit odd, really. So let's put lots of death care in here. We're going to... this is going to be the city of crematoriums. We'll put... It's kind of morbid having a load of them opposite the hospital. However, it is convenient. So, we won't knock that. We'll put a couple of them in there. I'm going to put another one there, so I've got 4 of them. And then I'm going to go back over here. We've got emergency services. We're going to put this one in. And we're going to take these emergency services. We're going to put... we can go for a big fire station in there, and I'm going to go for a big fire station in there, and I'm going to go for a big fire station right in the middle there. Then I'm going to go for crime right here, police headquarters, and I'm going to plonk one of them there, and I'm going to put another one right next to that one right there, which will help cover that side. I don't think we need any more of them. Then we need to go to the schools. So we're going to put in a primary school there and a primary school there, or elementary school, depending on what part of the world you're from and what you call them. And then we'll put in another one over here and another one over there. So we've got 2 right next door to each other. And I'm going to put another one up there. There's several. Right, I think several is fine. High school next. We're going to put one of these over right there. That's going to go on the edge of the river, and we're going to put one up there on the bay, actually. So it's right on the side of the bay. And we're going to put one of them up there as well. Now, what about university? We could actually do with another uni. We've not got very many of these. I'm going to put another uni up there so that we've got plenty of educated people. And then public transport. I'm not really going to do anything different with public transport now. So we want to go back over to the zoning. And this is going to be, again, an all high density. I'm going to go over the whole thing as high density zoning. So I'm going to start filling this in. And I'm going to fill in along this edge here. And I come up to that piece there. So I'm sort of filling in that little area around there. And now I'm curious. Where's the power? If they build houses around there, which it looks like they're going to, power will jump across the road there. Or it should do. It should do. Let me go back over to here, and I'm also going to build some houses up to there. Just that little bit. And we'll do a piece in here as well, just to fill in a piece there. And that's... I don't know if that's the hospital or not. I can't remember what that building is. And we'll put some in there. We'll put some across there. Right, so I've got some little clusters of buildings there. I'm hoping that they'll build some more of the buildings up that side. And they'll build some over there. And that's going to be a good start. We need... Oh, I was going to say we need water. Yeah, well, we do need water, but we only need water out over this side. The agricultural zone is the big one that needs water, but we're going to have to work on water in our next episode because I have run out of time for today's one. So let's just have a look. How's up? This is 544. So power seems to sort of be settling down a bit. We do have one issue. The water is now leveling out, and it's leveled out higher over here. Now, I did kind of expect that to happen. What I wasn't quite banking on was this. We've now reached a point where this is just going over the top of the bank, is starting to come in here and fill the valley a little bit. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on this. That, again, is something we're going to have to do on our next episode. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And like I said, I'd like some suggestions of what you'd like me to play next. Are you happy with Civilization 6, or do you want me to try and do something different? Game suggestions down below if there is other ones you'd like me to have a look at. What do you think of me going back to House Flipper for a while? I am going to be here for another couple of weeks, I think, because I'd like to build the city a bit bigger, see if we can get some more sewage. And, of course, we do have to have some kind of ultimate natural disaster that is going to result in a large quantity of poop sweeping over our entire city down here, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. But anyway, that's all next time. So until then, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.